If you're looking to manage inventory, I would always suggest that you invest in inventory management software. Of course, you knew we were going to say it. We're inFlow. It's kind of our bread and butter, right? So we're going to, but it is true, right? It is ultimately is true. We say it for a reason. If you're a smaller business, you could get by using the spreadsheets for a shorter period of time. But as you grow, things are going to get just more unmanageable. Things are going to get really crazy, really fast, right? So the sooner that you implement some sort of system, the better ultimately, because then it's in place. You don't have to worry about it and it can grow along with you rather than you're growing out of the system, right? And that's what you will do if you're running off of spreadsheets, because I have to say something bad about spreadsheets every episode. Okay, got my quota, moving on.
So what are the main benefits of having inventory management software?
So there's a ton of benefits, but the big one obviously is, the obvious one is you're going to have improved inventory accuracy, right? You're going to have just a better idea of what you have, right? And that is going to obviously make it so that you know what to order and what you don't need to order and things like that, right? And not just the improved accuracy, but you're going to have like real-time information and real-time adjustments to your stock, right? If you're running things off of a spreadsheet, it's going to be a lot more difficult to keep those things up to date. For example, say you're in the office and I need to go fulfill this order. You run back to the warehouse or your stock room or whatever, you pick up that item. Now you have to go all the way back and you got to like type it into your spreadsheet, and maybe you have multiple spreadsheets and multiple systems. So multiple locations and it becomes kind of a chaos. Maybe you're coming back to the office and you get sidetracked by an employee wants some information and then you completely forget to do the spreadsheet, right? So there's all kinds of things that can come into play when you're just doing things like that. But if you have a real-time system in place, when you go back to get that item from the stock room, you can just take the app with you, update it on the go as you take it off the shelf. That way it updates in your system. If you have multiple locations, it's updating on the system so that other people at other locations know that you also took it off the shelf. So it's great for that.
Better inventory visibility.
It's the best inventory, the only kind of inventory visibility, But then another big thing is we're living in a modern day of tech, right? Everyone generally is using technology, and somewhere software is very big. If you're running a business, chances are you're using other technology. Your tech stack is probably fairly large, depending on your workflow, right? So you're probably already using things like QuickBooks for your accounting or Xero. You might be using Shopify if you're doing e-commerce and stuff like that. So if you're using those things, you want a system that's going to be able to talk with them, that's going to integrate seamlessly. And, a good inventory management system like inFlow, for example, it can do that, right? Like inFlow. Should just hold up the mug every time you mention it. Yeah. Like inFlow, take a sip. Yeah, but they'll be able to talk with those systems and they'll be able to talk with one another. That it avoids a lot of the double data entry and it just streamlines the process a lot. But you also, no matter what system you use, you should really be finding one that is easy to use and has some sort of analytical features in it, like reporting or something like that, to make the gathering of the data, that thing that we were talking a lot about, make that process a lot simpler. inFlow, for example, our UI is fantastic. We really strive to make our software incredibly easy to use. We want it so that people can pick it up and get going with it and get it implemented as quickly as possible. So we were all about ease of use for that. And of course, we do have a reporting feature as well. So collecting data super simple, super easy. We also have all of the other basic things that an inventory management system would need, like reorder points. We mentioned real-time inventory tracking. Of course, we have a super robust built-in barcoding system. So you can generate barcodes, you can print the barcodes, you can scan the barcodes, you can do all the barcodes
all
right
in one
there.
System.
All in one system. And you don't have to leave and go do all these other things. Yeah, so it's great. It's the perfect system for inventory to help you in this like really, really, really busy time of year.
Yeah, it's amazing.